Now, Liz Truss's resignation as the British Prime Minister has triggered yet another Tory leadership race, and there is only one question on everybody's mind now. Who will be UK's next Prime Minister and who is going to succeed Liz Truss? In the next few minutes, we'll look at the profiles of the top five, try and decode their chances of becoming the UK's next leader. Now, the first name on this list is, of course, Rishi Sunak. The former Chancellor lost to Truss in the last round of the prime ministerial race, but still remains the favourite to win. Number two here, Jeremy Hunt. Hunt is an experienced minister with short stints as UK's Culture Secretary as well as the country's Health Secretary. Number three, Penny Mordaunt. The leader of House of Commons is the last Tory leader in the last Tory leadership battle. She came within 8 votes of beating Truss for a runoff with Rishi Sunak. Remember, Mordaunt's popularity has risen this week, especially after Monday when she was sent in place of Liz Truss to take the opposition's questions in the Parliament over the recent economic turmoil. Contender number 4 here for the top job in 10 Downing Street is Ben Wallace, the country's current Defence Secretary. He was first appointed by Boris Johnson and has remained in this position ever since. Lastly, former UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson, also on the list. According to a recent report, at least 20 Conservative MPs are calling for his return to 10 Downing Street. But will Johnson be able to resist a chance to rewrite his legacy? Only time will tell. Now, as I mentioned, former UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson might be running again to become the next Tory leader after the dramatic resignation of Liz Truss. And according to reports, Johnson has said that it is in the national interest for him to stage a return to 10 Downing Street. Backers of Boris Johnson in the ruling Conservative Party, they're calling for his return. While critics are calling it an insult to the British people, Johnson, who was ousted as Britain's leader in July, has not declared his candidacy yet, but he is eligible as he remains a Conservative MP. During his farewell speech, Johnson had sparked speculation about a possible return to the top job when he made a reference about the Roman statesman Lucius Cincinnatus, who left Rome to work on his farm but was later called upon to return to Rome and lead the country.
Well, this is it, folks. Thank you, everyone. And like Cincinnatus, I am returning to my plough, and I will be offering this government nothing but the most fervent support.
The former British Prime Minister studied classics at the University of Oxford made this reference earlier. Now, Johnson's candidacy, as one would expect, would be a dramatic twist, even in a period of unprecedented chaos in the British politics since the 2016 Brexit referendum. The Tory leadership race is due to be completed by next Friday. So far, no candidates have formally declared their intention to run for number 10 Downing Street. But prominent figures, as I mentioned earlier, include ex-Chancellor Rishi Sunak, Cabinet Minister Penny Mordaunt. They're expected to throw their hats into the ring as well. Now, for more on this, we were earlier joined by Mark Brolin, who is an economist, geopolitical strategist and author. Let's listen in.
The race is so split yet again, so nobody is actually, since the party is so factionalized, it's not totally impossible, but I would still be very surprised if it happened. But his chances are a bit, I would say, they're a bit stronger than received wisdom would say, because his support among the grassroots has been always stronger than within what would you say, the commentariat. So he shouldn't be totally ruled out, but it would still be a major surprise if he did come back. I mean, the party now needs to turn page, and they might do it better with a person in the end like Ben Wallace than somebody who has already been part and is sort of tribally toxic.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.